Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gateway Experience. I'm Cody.
And I'm Ruben.
And what episode are we on, sir?
We are on episode 8. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And for those of you that have stuck around and listened, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Every time I go on there, I see at least views and comments. I am stoked.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's getting better.
Cool. As we get a couple and then the feedback from our friends, it's nice. It's fun.
It's perfect. And you know what? The podcast is getting better and better. Quality. The quality in the last
getting
one.
Better.
We had a fan on in the background. I heard it after, once I got it on my big screen, I heard it. And I was like, oh,
really?
Man, I didn't even realize that. So
this
time, it is pure quiet. Minus a dog barking every now and again.
Oh, that's okay.
Me,
no one minds a dog. Yeah, no one minds a dog.
So other than that, this one should be crisp and clear. So we'll go on from here.
Oh, besides the train always comes.
Yes, but we usually cut that out though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might hear a tail end of it if we have to. But
yeah. But that's okay.
Yeah, guys, trust me, I cannot
Editing's
wait to get a better
magic.
studio. One day we'll have a nice studio.
Soon.
We'll get there.
Soon.
So, back to the subject before we get on too much of a rant. Today's episode is a very simple episode. It's about one thing pretty much only, and it is Father's Day.
Yep, it is, our Father's Day episode. We're going to talk about our dads, just some great stories, great life lessons, some embarrassing things, some funny things, maybe some heartbreak, who knows? Just kind of depends where the conversation goes. Cause
yeah, absolutely.
Me and Cody go all over the fucking place, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's a ride every time.
Yeah.
And one of the things that, I want to talk about, my dad. I guess I'll start off, Is that all right?
Hit it. We'll, right into it. Right into it. That's what we do best.
Yep. So, how do I want to start this? Well, I can
start.
Let
me ask you something.
Okay, go ask me a question. That will help a lot.
What is your favorite thing that your dad showed you that you're passionate about?
Oh, okay. So, my dad is like a handyman, right? Like, he can fix anything.
Yeah.
My dad was a carpenter.
Man of many skills, yeah.
Yeah, he was a carpenter. He was an electrician for a while. He's done plumbing. He's done everything. He was a general contractor. He can build and fix anything. The one thing that he taught me is that almost everything can be fixed. To not waste things. Like, my dad will buy something and then he'll look at it and
make it last. Take care of what you buy.
No, he doesn't take care of it. That's his biggest flaw. I love my dad, but he destroys things. But the thing about it is, though, the redeeming quality of that, though, is that he has no problem going and fixing it.
Right.
His lawnmower, for example.
Oh, the trusty steed.
Yes, he has it's like the Cub Scout or Cub something.
Whatever it is, the double handle one.
Yeah. So he bought that years ago when we had the farm.
Yeah.
And it was like $3,500.
Oh, wow. Nice piece of equipment.
Oh, dude, it's bad.
I mean, it's sweet. I didn't realize it was that sweet.
He left it down at the bottom of the river when it flooded.
I remember.
He didn't. Okay, I'm going to correct myself. He didn't leave it. He couldn't get it out because it was too wet and it couldn't make it up the hill.
Yeah.
So it was stuck down there.
I remember. Yeah,
that's right.
He
explained that. Because I was like, why would you not? Like, Dad, come on. But then I remember he's fine on that one. But he fixed it. Him and my uncle.
All you had to do is drain it, put in new fluids.
He had to do a lot of things too. I mean, there was a lot of things wrong with it before that too. It gets worked
did
hard.
Everything all at once.
But you know what? He fixed it.
Good for him.
He magically fixes things that blow my mind. He wires things. He just everything he does, and he now for my job.
He's not that dumb.
No, he's not.
Not as dumb as he looks half the time.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Because he just looks like a crazy old senile bastard these days. Which we still love, but he's still got his smarts.
Absolutely. I mean, hey. Even at his age now with his property, he's been improving it. Laying lines.
It
looks amazing.
Like that wall that he built on the entrance of the driveway coming down that what would you call it?
When it comes down?
No, the wall.
That's retaining wall.
Yeah, thank you. The retaining wall. Yeah, that where the rock behind it looks so good.
Yeah, he's gonna run a Marine Corps flag too and an American flag, and then he has the rock that I got him for Christmas.
I'm gonna find a place to put a Mexican flag.
That'd be sweet.
Like not a crazy big one, but like a small one, just so I can hang it in there.
But all that stuff he's done, all the trees and everything that my dad's always been so no, I'll do it. I mean, there's things that he's like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna hire someone. Like there's things outside of his
mechanics.
No, he's really good at working on cars. He always did the oil. He would do brakes.
Basic maintenance stuff. Yeah.
He helped me change sensors in my truck one time. We had to take off a lot of shit for that. Like
the 6 blow.
No, that was my F-150.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little Triton.
Way back in the day. Okay.
Yeah, my first truck. So my dad's always been really, really handy with all that kind of stuff. I mean, and as I've grown up, I've realized even now I have a fiance and I have a kid. I have to use a lot of these things now. Like I got to know how to fix a fence. I got to know how to hang.
Well, the nice thing is he's just a phone call away too.
Oh yeah, I call him all the time. Where I'm like, okay, Dad, you got to break this down dummy style for me because
lay it on me, old man.
I'm like, I speak Roger. I do. I speak his language.
Well, yeah, you're his fucking son.
When he describes things like if Maddie's overhearing it, she's like, I didn't understand a word he just said. And I'm like, I know what he wants. I got this. Like, I know my dad, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the one thing I was so, like, happy about. Like, now that I'm thankful for. Because he used to go make me do all this dumb shit on the property with
or
him.
things that you thought were dumb.
Yeah, I'm like, God, I don't want to be
go,
fixing a pump at 10 o'clock at night, holding the flashlight for you and holding a wrench or something. And then now I turn a wrench for a living.
Yeah.
Working on stuff kind of along those lines. So it's like
it's full circle. Life
making me climb into our. We used to have a big tank, a big water tank, because we had a well water, but when you have two properties on one well, it drains the well constantly, puts a lot of pressure on it. So you have these big holding tanks.
You're using twice as much water.
You have to clean them out. Every now and again, you have to clean them out. Every like 2 or 3 years, give or take. Well, who was the smallest person in the family that would
you at that time? I'm assuming
not willingly, but you could order to get in there.
Hey,
voluntold. Voluntold. Yeah.
Get your ass in there, boy.
My dad would put my ass in there, and I'd be fucking in my swimming trunks in the middle of the winter, just fucking freezing my ass off. And I'm like, couldn't wait till summer. He's like, no, water build up. You got to
do for your family.
Water build up. And now when I'm wet and cold, I'm like, at least it's not as bad as the day I had to go clean out that fucking giant ass thing. Oh, that sucks so much. Okay,
That's funny.
Let's see here. I want to think of a different question for you. I don't want to ask you the same one. Let's see. Ooh, what's the most valuable lesson your dad ever taught you, though?
Fuck.
Because you asked me, you said, what's the most valuable, what you said was my question?
What's the one, like, what's something he showed you that you're most passionate about?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so being a handyman and fixing my own things. Okay, so yeah. So what's like the one lesson?
A man of many skills.
Yeah, like a lesson that he taught you that's kind of like, it doesn't have to be like the biggest one, but something that just stuck with you.
Patience.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
Patience, I think, was one thing he taught me the most because... Well, I mean, it comes from playing baseball, coincidentally. Just, just being able to play the game and play it well, you got to be patient, you got to let it wait for that good pitch. And it started there when I was young, and then as I got older, he'd always tell me the same thing and just apply it to different aspects in life. Like, when it comes to grades, when it comes to your homework, like, hey, take your time, be patient, you got it. Do these things, whatever that. Like, the first time I had a crush on a girl, trying to go up and talk to her, he's like, hey, man, be patient, breathe.
Gotta be patient. Gotta wait for the ball, right?
Go do it. And then, some of the, one of the most valuable things you taught me was patience. I mean, I'm still learning it because...
You're a very patient guy, though.
He's been telling me...
You're friends with me. You're definitely patient because I'm a fucking hard person.
Yeah, but so am I, though. That's the thing.
It's true.
I'm just as hard as I am patient.
It's true. You're my bull.
Gracias.
I literally, my nickname for him is El Toro because he's a stubborn bull and he's so freaking strong.
It was no, not even. It was just, it all came from the one time I helped you. I lifted the table up for you and Caleb because you guys couldn't get it up 3 feet off the ground because over this little chest thing. And I was just like, okay, just
Ruben's
move.
built different, guys.
No, I'm not. I'm 5'8", 200 pounds. I'm short, stocky, got a little belly.
He's a
I'm
beast, guys.
I'm not.
He's a bull. Like, there's some spirit in there you don't expect.
No.
Anyways, please get back to what you're talking about. We're going to get off topic.
Just one thing my dad taught me, the biggest thing that I've taken is just patience. Patience, try to be understanding because everyone has a reason to do the things they do, good or bad. Try to see where they're coming from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Empathy, sympathy, yeah, my dad's got a big heart because he comes from a big family.
Your dad's awesome.
Because he came from a family that didn't have a whole lot. Like, a lot of siblings, a little house. Everyone's like, if you're trying to eat dinner tonight, you gotta put in the work. You either gotta go get the corn, you gotta stir the corn, you gotta go sell the corn. You have to do something. You can't just sit around. And I guess living like that, my dad always just kind of told me to slow down, be patient.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Can I say something about your dad real quick, though?
Go for it.
I have never met a more welcoming man before. Like, I remember, like, the first... Maybe it was, like... Nah, it was, like, the fourth or fifth time.
Because he comes from nothing, dude. He comes from fucking... Yeah. Like, he was one of the first people in his neighborhood where people were coming to pick him up to go play sports. Yeah. Or to go play baseball. And, like, Mexico, that time, that region, bro, it's crazy. And it was unheard of.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but, like, I remember it was, like, the fourth or fifth time I started coming to your house. And I was starting to speak Spanish to him a little bit, like trying to talk to him in Spanish. I was trying to learn, and I remember like the first time I said like "Cómo estás?" and then he was like, "Oh, bien, ¿y tú?" And I was like, "Oh, así," like I'm doing all right, you know? And he looked at me kind of funny, and he's like, "Bien, like it sounds good, like you're doing good."
He's like, "Bro, you're Spanish."
And then I said, I said like "Buenos días" to Ma, and he was like just glowing. He was so happy, like, "Oh, this guy's like, he wants to learn my culture." Like, you know what I mean? Like he,
Yeah.
like I'm being respectful.
You're respectable, and you're just trying to learn a new language. Yes.
And then now,
Like, my dad's been in this country since
Yeah.
the early 90s, so about 30 years, 30, 31,
Mhm.
32 years, and, like, he understands English, he just can't
Oh,
speak it. Like,
absolutely.
there's something, I understand once you get to a certain age, it's hard for you to retain information and get it out just because
Mhm.
of the way the brain works.
Yeah.
But he can understand it, so, like, when he goes anywhere, he'll says it, and he'll just tell me, like, hey, tell him this.
Yeah.
I'd be like, bah, just go ahead and tell him, because most people nowadays, they can understand Spanish, too, like, he understands English.
But, you know, like, there's also, like, some words, too, that are, like, hard for him to understand, or even for me to understand. I need you to, like, help me translate.
It's because my dad's Spanish is, bro, it's from the jungle. Like, it's not proper Spanish. It's slang. Like, my dad
kind of chunks missing in
my
some ways.
dad my dad made it to the 5th grade.
Yeah.
That's it. Because after that, they needed him to work. He was strong enough to carry some of the baskets and, like, some of the
Your
corn
dad's a
basket.
smart dude, though. He's super
I mean, it's just because
smart.
it's all experience. So what he did growing up in Mexico, besides playing baseball, was he was a welder. He made those, like, those nice gated doors, like, people have in Mexico, where they like they bend the steel into swirls, all kinds of design things like that.
Absolutely.
That's what my dad did. That's how he got the money to move up here to the States. I mean, to cross the border back in the day.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was 19 when he did that. So,
Wow.
think about it, from the 5th grade, started working. You're what, 10 years old? 10, 10 years old, 11 years old?
10 going on 11 probably.
Depending.
Yeah.
So, he worked for 8 years, and he said, I'm out.
Jeez.
Fucking migrated to a country because of his older sister's husband, which are my godparents. They convinced him to, like, hey, man, move up to Newburgh. This is a beautiful place. He was working at one of the farms out there, like a dairy farm.
God, your parents got lucky too with that property you guys bought.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Dude, wait till the mill's
they
gone.
bought a house back in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dogs in the background, guys.
Yeah, sorry guys. They bought a house in the early thousands for a reasonable amount. It was like $140,000, 3-bedroom, 2.
And now dude. After
now
that,
it's almost 4.
After that mill's gone, and they built that shopping center there they've been talking about.
What? No, they're not doing that.
Yes, it is.
I heard. I thought it was gonna be park. Regardless, I don't give a fuck.
No, my uncle. I was talking to him last night, and he was really involved with all that. He watches the news, looks at articles of all that, because for him, he has a bunch of properties in Newburgh, so he wants a bunch of stuff to pop up.
He wants inflation.
Yeah, but yeah, they're putting a shopping center there. But anyways, bringing it back to it.
I forgot where I was at.
I forgot where we were at too.
I was just talking about my dad and coming up here.
Yeah. Oh, he just got lucky where they bought the house.
Oh yeah, bought the house. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, your dad works really hard. He's
all he
always
knows,
worked
though.
super hard.
It's a catch-22. That's all he knows. All he knows is work. He's only worked at 2 places. For the 34 years he's been here in the States, he's worked at 2 places.
You know what though? Dedication.
Yeah, he's loyal.
Yeah.
When he finds a good place, treats him well, he's like, all right, I'll stay here.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
You think that's something that he
I don't
instilled on
mind.
you? Because you were in the Marine Corps. Marine Corps, you got to be loyal too. I mean, you don't have a choice once you sign up, but
no, because he's like his father. Because my grandpa always pushes kids to go try new things, go explore, go figure
Push
it
yourself.
out. Yeah, well, just go get uncomfortable, go see what you like, try it out.
Yeah.
Because that's what when my dad told him that he's gonna move up here, my grandpa gave him some money. He's like, here, boom, have at it. If you don't like it, come home.
That's awesome.
So I mean, that's why my dad is the way he is.
Yeah, my dad and my mom and dad, they moved up here because one of the main reasons my dad told me was because when he thought about raising kids.
Yeah.
Because they were living, in California, and the air quality there was just shit everywhere.
Right.
They were in Tahoe for a while, which Tahoe was nice, but it was getting super expensive.
Yeah.
And then my dad had an opportunity.
Now it's insane, yeah.
Yeah, my dad had a really good opportunity up here in Oregon, and so did my mom for work. So they moved up here to Oregon, and my dad did construction his whole life. Construction was that, and then he owned a few businesses. He was a car salesman. My dad's a silver-tongued devil. Maybe not to us. We see him as a big idiot, but we love him.
Well, no. I'm sure when he was younger in his prime,
my dad could sell ice to an Eskimo, dude. I'm telling you.
I believe it.
He just has a way with. I mean, even with me, when he needs me for something.
Well, you're his kid. You're gonna do regardless.
I'm gonna do it because I love my dad and I respect him.
Yeah.
And he's done so much for me. As much as he can be a pain in my ass sometimes when he's like, "Hey, you and Ruben need to just uproot what you're doing this weekend and drag a boat down."
Bro, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But that's the thing. We have no
But
problem.
we made
telling
the
your
deal
dad,
with
like,
them.
No.
We made the deal with them about the,
Well, that's a different situation.
Yeah.
But there's times where we've been like, nah, next weekend. Not
Yeah.
right now, next weekend.
But you know what, though? I try to show up for my dad as much as I can, and I
100%.
I respect my dad, and I can ask him for anything, and usually it's,
yeah.
of course,
I'm the
son.
same way with my dad. I can ask him about anything. I can talk to him about anything. Yeah.
Show my kids respect me like I respect my dad.
It's different because,
Yeah.
well, I mean, boys, men to men. I mean, I don't care who you are. Wanting to explain that there may not be a difference. That there's a difference.
Oh, there's an absolute difference.
There's always a difference.
Well, I mean, even right now, I'm a dad now. I've been in my daughter's life now for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And
she's what, 9?
she's turning 8.
Turning 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So I met her like 3 months after her birthday, I guess.
Yeah.
When she was 5.
Yeah, I remember.
And going from 5 to 8 now, so some very
developing years.
years,
Yeah,
and so the person that she's kind of, I actually already see things that she does that she's gotten from just being around me so much.
Like what?
She's a smart ass now. She's got a wit with her now.
I'm gonna say that comes from her mother.
And she's really good. She's really good at making disses sound like compliments, which is like one of my favorite things to do to people.
So she's sarcastic as hell.
Yeah, it's so bad. And she's 8. She's 8.
You're in trouble, dude.
Whew, you know what? And it's my fault. I'll admit that. I mean, Maddie's probably a little blamed too. No offense, love. But
it's a 50-50 thing. She's around both of you guys.
I'd say it's more 60-40. I'm very sarcastic. She'll ask me something and I'll be super sarcastic. And like at first she'd be like, "Are you mad at me?" I'm like, "No, sweetie. I'm joking with you. It's okay.
Around.
You're fine, sweetie." Like I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I forget you're a kid."
Oh, towards Lila.
Yeah, like I'm an adult and I know how to talk to kids, but
like you want to mess with them, but they just I can't comprehend it.
But like when you're around a kid 24/7, it's like you're eventually
it's hard not to just want to be fucking goofy and
that shield of like, oh, it's a kid, I gotta be sweet and nice to it. You're like, I'm fucking tired, bro. I'm going to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm done. Like that's the difference between like.
But that's honesty though.
Well, it's like that's because I'm not like your if I went and saw one of my friend's kids. Yeah. Or like a nephew or a niece, it's like, oh, I get to see him every now and then. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hi. You have that energy toward them.
Right. But when you're with them all the time, you're raising them
with them every day. Yeah. I'm a parent. I'm not a friend of a friend. I'm not a cousin. I'm not an uncle. I'm a dad. Like I have to keep you in line and teach you stuff and love you and give you attention and affection and
gotta make sure you're not an asshole.
There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Raising kids is no.
You know what I also figured out? My dad was full of bullshit.
I could have told you that from day one.
But your dad was probably full of bullshit too, a little bit on some things.
Oh, 100%.
It's like
my parents fucking lied. My parents bullshitted so many things to me as a kid, bro.
Yeah.
Because there was times. Okay, I want to say I was like 9, 10 years old. I started asking my parents. I was like, all right, was it what you're really saying true, or are you guys just fucking with me? And then they'd giggle and they'd be like, yeah, we're messing with you. I'm like, Jesus, what else are you guys joking with me about? So
yeah. Oh, my dad.
The huge bullshitters.
Like I remember Lila came up to me about something and it was like end of the world, right? And I'm high as fuck. Like it's late in the day, I'm relaxing, the job's done.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Dad off duty. It's a good day.
Yeah.
And we're just outside. It's nothing crazy going on. But she comes over and I forget it was some end of the world thing. And to me it didn't seem like shit. Like I didn't even realize it was end of the world until I gave her my answer. Then I realized it was like end of the world.
Oh no!
But I said something and I forgot what I said.
Oh no!
And I turned around like it was a normal conversation.
What did you do?
But whatever I said to her was like
the
God
most
himself had just like brought down the hammer. And I saw her face and she was like so sad and I was like, "What's wrong, dude? Like, what's up? Like, I'm."
Like, all right, cut the bullshit. Like,
and then
give it to me.
And it wasn't like I told her she couldn't go do something. I don't remember. I got to see if I can remember what it was. But she walked away, and that was like a moment she probably remembers right now, right?
Yeah.
And for me, like I just walked away, like no, fucking moving on. It made me think about when I was a kid, when I thought my dad like would say something so clever and so like, oh my god, he just said something that like hit me. My dad was probably high as fuck too, just like.
Dude,
I don't know.
Like I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah, he just answered me with whatever bullshit was on top of his head. He just bullshitted me. He bullshitted me on top of his head, and then he just fucking walked away.
Yep, that
You
sounds
know?
like good old Roger Linder.
But like, no, but I did it too. I did it without even thinking about it,
Yeah.
which just means like all those memories of my dad just being like, "Oh, what the hell, what this,
What's
what
going
that?"
on? Yeah.
I'd be like, "You're bullshitting me, weren't you?" Like, that was
I
all
was.
just that. You had no idea what was going on. You just walked into that room and was like, "Don't fucking do that," and then walked out. Like that's pretty much what my life was.
That sounds just like Roger.
You know what? And I'm the same way. The apple fell straight down from the tree, man.
I know.
I know, and that's why like
I know.
It's funny because like I joke about that. I'll be like, my dumbass dad. But I love him, and he's actually really smart.
Yeah.
And you know what?
He's
And
fucking, yeah, he's smart, dude.
he's goofy in his own way. He's himself all the time. Roger Linder,
He doesn't
never.
he doesn't know how to be anyone else.
No, he is. Like,
He can't even behave himself in the right setting.
you know what Maddie said to me last night?
Oh God.
She goes, Cody. She's like, you are just Cody. Like you're just you, right? And where I get that trait from, that trait of just kind of being yourself, and I don't
Dude,
get, you know.
but everyone should be themselves. Everyone should be comfortable.
That should
to be
everybody's goal.
themselves.
That should be everybody's goal. But people tend to let other things sway them, whether it's like political or religious or
Mom and dad.
yeah,
or
like
friends.
you know, friend,
Yeah.
there's so many things that pull me. But she's like, I feel like you're you, and you know who else reminds me of that? My dad, and you too.
You know why? Because we don't give a fuck.
No, I don't care what
We
people
only
think,
care.
and I do my thing.
We only like the only opinions we care about is the people we love,
Exactly.
and the people we love is a small circle.
Yeah. You know,
That's what fucking matters.
you know, I'm not even on social media that much. I barely use social media. I use it more to reach out to friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't need that. Okay, so people would say like, oh, you should have a Facebook, so you know your friends and family you don't see very often can kind of see what's going on. Well, if
Yeah.
they gave a flying fuck, text me, call me.
I agree.
Like, why do I have to? I don't.
I
have
guess
to put this show
that's
on
the
for
beauty
you.
of social media, though, is that you don't have
But-
to do that.
On the flip side of that, I'll still share photos of like when me and Maddie get married.
Right.
You know, of
'Cause,
my
yeah, you
first
still-
kid, my house, you know, my first house or whatever. I want to show that off. I want to show people like, hey, these are
Right.
big milestones you should know about. So if you do want
those
to
are
talk
those-
to me,
yeah, beautiful life
hey, it's a good time.
accomplishments.
Yeah. But like, you know,
That are you can get
you don't
those
need to know what I
every-
ate for breakfast this morning. If you want to know, call me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Unless you made
if you-
something absolutely delicious that you
yeah,
want to
unless
share
it was
with
like
the
a
world.
fucking 5-star meal, then yeah.
Like
you
unless
got
you made some
lobster and-
waffles and put like a piece of bacon in it and like some chocolate chips,
Yeah,
then
then-
you're speaking my
yeah,
language.
your fat
then
ass
yes.
is like, she.
Yes, bro.
Cody better share that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta eat. I love food. You know that.
Yeah, but my dad is so himself.
Yeah.
My dad never gets really swayed by shit. He's just, yeah.
Same thing with my dad. He doesn't give
True.
a fuck. Why?
True.
We were 10 years old. We went to Cooperstown, New York for a baseball tournament.
Oh, beautiful.
Bro, my dad and my mom. My dad.
He's rolling up his sleeves a little bit,
Two-
guys. He was like
no,
adjusting his shirt. He's getting all hyped right now. Get
so
ready
my
for
dad, you know, he's a traditional Mexican.
this. Mhm.
By me saying that, I hope you get an image of what my dad looks like. He's got curly hair, beautiful mustache.
Ah, beautiful.
Um,
Don Ruben.
that nice, you know, Mexican light skin. But anyways, Cooperstown, bro. A motherfucker shows up to every single game, like 3 gold chains, like a gold watch in his left wrist, a gold bracelet on his right, 2 gold rings on his left hand, 2 rings on his right, bro. Just decked out, and he's just smiling ear to ear, just watching me play, bullshitting with my mom, my brother running around doing his thing, bro. My dad, dude, he literally looked like he was from the cartels.
It's
Like he
beautiful.
had guys look at him,
What's our nickname for him?
Don Ruben.
Don Ruben.
But like
Yeah.
he had guys look at him and he'd be like, and then like scoot over a little bit. I'm like, no. Like you have to understand, like that's the most genuine,
Dude.
nicest person you ever get to meet.
they're like that guy's a killer, and we're like, oh, Pa,
Dude, that guy, no,
Pa's nice,
he'll barely slap a dog. Like no,
dude. Every time I go to your house,
Bro.
Pa's
doesn't
like,
give a
help
fuck.
yourself, do what you want.
he's got cowhide boots.
Oh,
Who's got cowhide boots? He's also got a pair of boots with a snake head on
so
them.
much suave.
Bro, I mean, it takes a certain.
I hope-
I
Dude,
don't
if
give
you
a
if you get
fuck.
25% of that, I'd be stoked for you.
Dude, I will say 20%
You are
of
very-
that
actually,
is
you know what?
in
You
my
are-
is like on the top lip.
Dude, you're already pretty suave though.
In my own way.
Oh, don't,
No, I get it
don't
from
be
my
like
dad.
that. Don't
I
be
get it
like
from my-
that.
I
Don't
get-
be, hey, you don't have to be humble right now, okay?
I get it from my dad. Cause like I mean, I'm not flashy, but I like to dress nice when when recording. But other
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that, it's just boots, jeans, and a black t-shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's keep it simple.
I dress like my dad down
Cause
too.
what is it? People say that clothes make the men, but it's actually men make the clothes. So
I think that was right. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. I'm just like my dad now. Except
Like a fucking
I wear Crocs.
bum.
He wears flip flops.
You
But we
dress
dress.
like, you just like a bum.
Fuck yeah! It's hot, and I hate.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
in the
honestly,
winter,
dude. When I'm
in the
at
winter,
home,
what do
I'm
I
in my
wear?
boxers.
In the winter, what do I wear? I wear Carhartt all
Sweats
fucking
and a
winter.
hoodie.
Well, no, I mean when I'm actually doing shit outside.
Sweats and a hoodie.
No, I wear my Carhartt shit. I got
And
so
a
much
hoodie.
Carhartt.
I
And
know.
I always wear a hoodie. I like hoodies. No, dude, I always wear Carhartt. But like
Yeah.
my dad, in the summer, me and him just match at all times. It's always like basketball shorts or some
You're just
shitty
like,
shorts and
You're
just
gonna,
some
dude,
t-shirt.
you're just like him.
Oh no, I'm just like my dad.
Yeah.
I actually used to hate the fact because
I know. When I first came home, you're like, "Fuck, dude, I'm turning into my dad."
my opinion
Fuck,
of my
I'm turning
dad
into
when
my
I was
dad.
younger was not very high, unfortunately. And I'm not gonna get into all that. That happened.
Well,
It
that's
doesn't
because
matter.
you're just a young teenager.
Yeah, and I
butted
also,
heads.
I didn't understand.
why
did-
he was doing the things he was doing.
Well, that and I also didn't understand the pressure he was under. Because in my head, life seemed easy, for
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
But now being a dad, a little even just for fucking year and a half, 2 years, or I'm sorry, 2.5 years.
Right.
That's hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard. And the fact that he put up with my shit that long.
And,
So now
and your sibling
Well, yeah, my
and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Loca.
hey man, respectfully.
Respect.
Because tú también estás loco, eh?
Yeah, it's true.
Dígame que no.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the shit. Life. Families are hard.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through things.
But like I said, I kind of like. I didn't want people would be like, "Oh, you're so much like your father," and I'm like, "Fuck, that's not good." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now,
that's what the bar mostly.
but now, like, Ugh. But now, now that I'm growing up older, I'm like, it's not bad to be like Roger Linder. It's really not.
just don't be
no.
his asshole side.
Well, no, and
Be a better version of Roger Linder.
no, I have my asshole side just like him.
I know, but it's not.
You gotta have that balance.
It's not. It's a different kind of asshole from what your dad is.
My dad is the biggest family man that I know in my life.
Yes.
He takes family so seriously. He wants everybody who he can possibly get to come to his
Yes.
gatherings. He likes
Yep.
having everybody there. He likes having the show. He
yeah,
likes talking.
he
to
kind of yelled at
people.
me that I didn't bring my mom and dad that one time.
I know. He loves your mom and dad.
I know.
I love having. If they
Well,
bring food
mostly
too.
because he knows if he shows my mom's the ingredients, he's gonna be
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to cook?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, and then my dad would just start laughing.
Yeah.
Because they'll just go find the hammock and pass out.
No, my dad. He's so good at bringing people together. That's another thing I learned from him too. Is I'm the kind of the same way. I want everybody to be together. Come on, guys. Come over. I'll
It
go
used
over there.
to be like that growing
You know?
up.
Nah, people
around
split
our
off, do their
family.
own things.
Yeah,
That happens.
it was nice.
But yeah, no, my dad's himself, man.
Yeah, because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and I'm his son.
Express yourself.
I even things that I say to Lila, how I say things,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm my father.
Fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
I'm like, yeah, like like okay, my dad, when I was a little kid, if I was annoying him too much, by the time I was like, maybe
Go the fuck
9,
outside.
no, not even like that. It was much more subtle than that.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 to 10 years old, he'd just look at me and get real quiet and go fuck off.
Go fuck off.
I'm like, okay, Dad. I just go outside and go fucking start lighting fires and shit, or spray painting stuff, or destroying things. I was a fucking kid. I was a boy. You gave me
God,
5
dude.
acres to go play with.
Dude,
I'm gonna go kill and destroy.
It was so different for me because for me, I had a pole with one of those balls that you used to hit that wrap around the poles.
Tether
and
ball.
But it would come back. It was a baseball, and it'd come back.
Oh, you had that for fucking hours, probably.
My dad's like, you done homework? I was like, yeah. He's like, when
Go hit
are you gonna stop playing video games? I was like, it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That time.
Oh yeah. We were like,
I was like
12,
dude,
13.
No, it was like 14, 15. Yeah, 12 to 15.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That range.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, go fucking hit.
Yeah. Get the fuck outside.
I was like, really, man? I was just gonna just play video games because I had my headset. I was playing with a couple
Mhm.
friends. I was like, come on, bro. He's like,
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
And I was like, fuck. All right.
I felt like I
Make
was
a good point.
I was a really independent kid. Like my video games and BMX, my life was all that.
Dude, practice.
Yeah.
I literally played baseball from March to September.
Yep.
And then football was from July till October.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
I mean,
was
like,
it from 7 to 19 years old.
my dad would take me on these fucking wild rides. I've been to 40 something states. I'd have to look at my list.
Oh yeah, all through
I've been all throughout the United States.
racing, dude. Yeah.
BMX. My dad has took me I've been all the way to New York. I've been to Florida. I've been all the way
Yeah.
to Texas. I've been all up and around. I'm missing I've never been to Hawaii yet. I've never technically
Keyword.
been to Alaska. I don't think.
Yet.
I haven't been to Maine.
I've been to all those 3 states.
Yeah, I'm going to Hawaii though this year for my honeymoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag along in the suit.
Yeah,
I was kidding.
Going to Mesh.
No, just tell Matt you're gonna hire a security guard when you get there. It's just gonna be me.
Just some Mexicans. Oh, that's Ruben.
No,
No,
just kidding.
that's when you go like aloha.
I know that guy.
Aloha, and you're like because they
Just pretend I'm just native from the island.
shave your head or something.
Nah, I can't do
Put a wig on. Oh.
I'd put the
You know how
the
mad
Hawaiian
she?
sleeve
You know how
tattoos.
mad she'd fucking be at me if you showed up to our honeymoon.
Dude, I would never, ever
She
in a
would-
million years do
She
that.
would fucking hurt you. She would straight up
I
throw
would never,
hands.
ever do that.
I think she would.
Dude, she'd
Actually
probably just walk away.
no. She
She'd
wouldn't
walk away.
She wouldn't even hit you. She'd look at me and she'd like
She'd
divorce.
punch you in
she'd
the
be like,
face.
I'm
Yes.
divorcing you. Take it back. Here you go. Fuck you.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, she'd be like,
She's like,
done.
where's the lawyer's office? I'm done with this
Oh
motherfucker.
shit. Yeah.
That is what would happen there.
So like my dad, he kind of got me like the love of travel.
Yes.
Did your dad help
Yes.
you with that too?
Yes. When I was 7 years old, we took our first road trip to Mexico.
Oh shit.
1999, 2000. Bro, it was so cool. It was the first time, like, you know how, like, you go back in time when you're in your age and when your earliest, like, true memories, like, the earliest your memory recollection is.
Yeah.
This trip, dude, was everything. I talked about this trip till I was, like, 16 years old.
Oh, beautiful.
We went to Mexico. It took us 3 days to get there. 2 days in the States, 1 whole day travel in Mexico.
Holy crap.
Man, we drove from Oregon, took I-84, headed east, down through, Idaho, Utah, down fucking Colorado,
Mhm.
Mexico, all that, down to Texas. We went to the very, very, very tip of Texas, Brownsville, because you want to stay in
Nice.
America as long as you can. 'Cause as soon as you cross that border, bro, there's no fucking rules in Mexico. There ain't no
Yeah.
fucking rules. Back then, like, the cartels that ruled, there was structure still. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there were powers.
Plazas?
Yes, but the power was more respected then
Mhm.
than what it became. Because what it became was just, young people ruthless and like, yo, I'm going to get it and I'm just going to kill everybody. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, that trip going through Arizona, just New Mexico, just being in the car for 3 days. And then once we got to Mexico, meeting all my cousins for the first time and just
Mm-hmm.
all my aunts, my uncles. I'm talking about, like, all of them, bro. Like,
Holy.
so my dad's one of 12. My mom's one of 9.
Whew.
Plus, my grandpa on my mom's side, he fucked around a lot. So he's got, like, 3 or 4 other wives with, like, 3 or 4 other kids. So my mom's got, like, a bunch of half-siblings, too. And I got a bunch of fucking half-cousins.
Holy.
It's fucking ridiculous. So,
So
yeah, bro. My love of travel comes from that very first trip we went to Mexico.
When I
Plus
was-
traveling through baseball and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah, when I was 6 years old, my dad was like, "Hey, son, we're gonna go travel the United States for 6 weeks. Let's have some fun." So
Really?
he took me, my sister, and like 5 or 6 other kids, and like another family in another RV,
Mm-hmm.
and we went across the United States for 6 weeks,
Fucking boogied.
going to nationals,
Oh,
doing
yeah.
clinics,
You guys racing, yeah.
BMX, and I have rode. Not I wouldn't say almost every track, but I've rode in every state that typically has a track. I've rode a track on that state. That makes sense?
So, within the continental 48,
Yeah.
you're what, like 46 out of 48?
Yeah, I pretty much rode, and I've rode on every state pretty much
So
that has a
so
track.
you said you've never been to Maine. What about like Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut?
I have no
Mass?
idea. I've raced
that-
up in that corner. I'd have to
that
look at
corner.
my list because it's happened when I was 6 years old.
Right,
So
a
some
long
of it's
time ago.
blurry to me. And then we did it again when I was 8. I did another 6-week tour where we went a different route, hit other states. So I did it twice with my dad and my mom.
Did you ever do it again, or is this those 2 times?
Okay, so I've traveled a lot with my dad. So we did the 2 6-week tours, and then when I was like 14, we did a West Coast tour where we went all the way down to Arizona.
Nice.
Or I was like 14, 15. And then we went back up through Nevada and hit a few tracks in Nevada and like worked our way up through Idaho and then came back down to Oregon. And then when I was, when I was 16 to 18, I did it twice. We did the Minnesota tour. So went up through
Oh,
Minnesota,
drove to Minnesota?
went through Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. And then we also went through Idaho too. Like we hit all those areas.
Yeah.
And then we did another one where we went down like California, back to Arizona, and then we hit New Mexico.
What, dude? That's
I've
that's
done
fun.
some
That sounds fun.
traveling with my dad.
Yeah.
Like me and my dad, I would sit there and talk to him for like 7-8 hours.
About
Like
anything
when I
and
was a
everything.
little kid, he'd
Yeah.
just turn the fucking radio up. He'd get so annoyed with me. It was
Yeah.
the fun.
Who wouldn't,
'cause
bro? I get annoyed
talk-
with you. I get
all I could
annoyed
talk-
with you sometimes in the car now. Like, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's fucking turn the music up,
Turn the music
motherfucker.
on.
But as I got older, he enjoyed talking to me. So me and him would just sit there and bullshit and talk about
Yeah.
BMX.
And
Like
then
that
him
was our
just
thing.
the whole time.
Oh yeah, I'd hold the
Yeah.
wheel for him.
Yeah,
It's my pa.
good son.
Yeah.
That's a good son. No,
Oh.
man, yeah, but my love of travel comes from
Oh yeah.
that.
No, he.
And just the fact that, like, the stories my dad telling me, like, yeah, dude, I left home.
Dude, my dad.
Which
I mean,
it wants me to want to leave home, too, so.
okay. Do you see your dad as like a fucking like guardian? Like, remember when you were a little kid watching him drive? He would just drive for hours and hours and hours and hours
Yeah,
and
I'm the
hours
same way
and
now.
hours, and he just unfazed. Like he might get a little tired, might
yeah.
be taking his drink a little bit, might be yawning a little bit, but you
Yeah.
don't see him like panicking or being like, "Oh, this sucks." He's just
No.
doing his thing.
My dad's trying to get a CDL, so that
Yeah.
that tells you all you need
Like
to know.
my dad we drove from Arizona back to Oregon, and my dad did it in 18 hours.
It's a long day.
Yeah, and he never we stopped like 3 times.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Like he
I
just
could do that. That's a full day. Get up at 6 and go to bed at
get-
midnight.
we got home. Actually, it took us like probably 21 hours because we got home at like 1 or 2 in the morning. But my dad trucked
Yeah,
through the
just
whole thing,
pushed
and
the
I
last
didn't.
few
At one
hours.
point, did I not look at him and be like, "This is dangerous." Like he was good.
Good.
And then now
My dad is
when
the
I'm
same way.
driving home from like Florence or something, it's like a 2-hour drive or whatever, or even somewhere farther. I'm like, wow. Like when Lila looks up at the front seat, she's probably kind of thinking the same thing. Like, wow, this guy just drives and drives and drives and.
Does she though?
She
Because
might. I
sometimes they'll
hope so.
complain on like an hour drive,
so.
hour and a half drive.
I hope she's like, but you know, like maybe
you'll
she-
complain though. You'll
she
complain,
probably
and then you'll
won't-
be like,
Hey,
and you'll get in your seat and you'll do this.
I
and
don't
you're just
complain
like,
when I drive. Maddie's the one who.
No. You don't. You don't complain. You just grunt.
Oh, I run all the time.
Cause you know how you were saying that unfazed look, bro.
Mhm.
My dad, he'd literally just be like, he'd shimmy, do like shake his waist, shake his shoulders, and be like,
Well, yeah,
and,
you
and then
adjust,
and then
yeah.
he just asked my mom, he's like, hey, do you got a bottle of water?
Yeah,
Slam it, dude. He's good,
yeah, and he just rolls.
man.
You know, Lila,
'Cause I'm
probably
the same way
doesn't
when I
realize that now. She's probably not going to realize it until later on when she's driving, you know, her child
Well,
or
dude,
something.
we still got trips to go on. I mean, we still got things to do.
Oh yeah,
So
this has been
there will be moments where she will see us doing like 8-9 hours and just pushing.
Yeah, like
Like,
man,
sorry, kid, we
Tio
ain't
and
stopping.
Dad don't play.
No, we got to get to where we're going
Yeah.
now. Which also, like, because of traveling, my dad taught me, like, pee in a bottle.
Yeah, I
'Cause
did that too.
That saves you so much
Oh,
time. 'Cause
my
if you
dad-
pull over, pee 15 minutes. Bro, those
I'd be
15
like-
minutes that you lost going 80 miles
Oh,
an
dude,
hour.
my dad was even better. He'd
Boy.
go. My dad be like, no soda. Get the Gatorade bottles, because soda makes you pee faster, and Gatorade actually like kind of helps.
Because of the sodium.
Yeah, and then the cap on the Gator or the mouth on the Gatorade is bigger, so he's like, son,
You get your little
his
dicks
favorite
in there
joke. His
easy.
favorite joke. This is my dad's like favorite joke when I was like 16, 17. He'd be like, I know you can fit it in the soda bottle, son, but you need to get the Gatorade one. I don't want you spilling it everywhere when you're trying.
Yep.
And I was like, oh. That's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh,
That's
you-
smart, though, because then you don't get pissed everywhere.
well, no, he
You
was
stick
making.
your
He's
little
saying I had a
dick in
small dick first, though.
there. Yeah, I know.
He's like, I know it'll fit in the soda bottle. He. Like, you know, that's his little fucking shot. But then he has his little, you know, tidbit of Roger wisdom on top there. You know.
That
I remember that
that's,
shit.
That's
I
fucking,
remember
that's
that shit.
fucking Roger Linder.
Yeah, dude. He had a lot of little tips and tricks. Like, we don't, you know.
My dad did show me a couple, like, when I spray cologne, the little...
The little Z?
Like, well, no, it's like a little ditty. Like,
Oh yeah.
what is it? It was like, if she hugs me, if she kisses me, if she crosses the line.
Oh, there you go. That's nice. I
Yeah,
like
man,
that.
dude, my dad told me a bunch of little stupid ass shit like that.
Oh yeah.
But he always did tell me, like, stay groomed. Like,
Yeah.
a well-hygiene man is a good thing. And, dude, yeah, when I sweat, I stinky as
You a
hell,
stinky
boy.
motherfucker.
Yeah, 200 pounds.
You know the thing is though, I don't think I've ever thought of a time where I like went by you and I was like, oh shit. And that's that one time. See, and this is why Ruben's like my brother and my dad loves him so much. One time I
Jesus, where are you
voluntold
go-
him.
Where are you going? Oh, the shit?
Yeah.
Fuck you, bro.
So our septic tank broke.
Fuck.
Oh my god. And I needed homies. Like I was doing it by myself for like a day and I was so over it. So I finally called Ruben. I was like, bro, please come
need
over
you,
here.
man. I
was
need
like,
you.
I got cold beer and green.
I need
Please
you.
come. And he's like, say no more. I'll be over there in a bit. And then he comes over, and he's knee-deep in shit with me, and we're shoveling shit trying to find the break in the line. And my dad's sitting over there just drinking, watching us.
Fucking asshole.
And he's like, good job, boys. But my dad, to his defense...
I turned around and said,
my dad has a pacemaker. No. He has a pacemaker, guys.
Yeah,
He has a pacemaker.
I mean, yes.
So he's not supposed to, like, exert himself, like, too crazy.
No,
he still
no.
does. He still does all the time.
Yeah.
My dad had been working for, like, 4
hey,
hours before Ruben even got there.
Yeah, we tell him to sit down and not work all the time.
I'm like,
dude,
go
just tell us what to do, but
go.
sit down.
Yeah, you're gonna don't die on us, old man. Go.
No, yeah, we need you around.
He's like, and go sit down. Go sit down.
Yeah.
You know, but he's still, you know, on this property right now. He still goes out there and does all of it. He rakes it. He shovels sand and gravel,
he comes from that old blood.
He doesn't care.
If he doesn't do it, who else is gonna do it?
I think if he stopped doing it, he'd die.
Yep.
I swear he's like an old diesel truck.
No, seriously.
Just runs like it looks like shit, but it runs good.
My dad's dad. That's he passed away at 102 years old. And he didn't stop working until he was 97 years old.
Good man.
And most of it, literally, but like after he turned 70, he's like, after he turned 70, like he even told my dad, he's like, yeah, bro, I'm just doing it because I don't want to be at the house all day. Like that's just not me. I go out there just to hang out with the boys. Like, I'll bring the guys water. I'll get them food. Like that's my job now. Yeah. I'm not leading men. I'm taking care of them.
Yeah, my dad. Really cool. He can't just sit there, especially when there's lots of stuff to do on the property.
No. He has
to go out there and
he'll go get the wheelbarrow.
He's a perfectionist.
Like, hey, boys, you got any shovels?
Yeah. He's done an amazing job.
This was
a good episode.
He's always hands on. Yeah, guys. I think we're gonna start wrapping it up.
Yeah, we were kind of talking. I looked down at the time and I was like, 41 minutes.
Hey, man,
you know what? It's a Father's Day episode.
We got some inspirational father figures in our life.
Yeah, you know,
we got some stubborn, bullheaded men from just an old school generation.
Yeah, you know, and the lessons they've taught us and the things that we've learned from them, and you know, and
continue to teach, because my dad still shows me things.
And I pass them on to my kids, and it
sucks. Yeah, it sucks. 'Cause he's time's the worst.
Yeah,
time's the worst.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been episode 8.
Yes, guys, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. Wish your fathers a happy Father's Day, or your stepdad, just that significant father figure in your life.
Yep.
Wish him a great day. To all my personal, close friends and brothers and family, like Cody being one of them. Happy Father's Day, guys.
Happy Father's Day, guys, and that is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Well, I mean, people kind of watch the video too.
Yes, but thank you for listening, guys.
Yep. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Take care.